Nothing, man. Starting from scratch, man. EBT card. Card right here. You know. But this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm living right now. This is how I'm living. You know. No family, really. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, you know. Motherfucker gonna do something, man. Motherfucker gonna make something happen. You know, motherfucker ain't got nothing. You know. But you know, it's Christmas time right after Christmas.
My name is Othello Chase. I'm born and raised in Oakland, California. I currently live in San Antonio, Texas. And drinking, womanizing, hustling, all type of things that weren't totally legal. I feel like in my life that I've wasted 24 years in the streets. I've been to prison. I've had 2 numbers, a J number, and I had a V number. I've given the penal system from county jail to prison approximately 8 years of my life. And I found out just recently that all the things that I was doing pretty much amounted to nothing. As I was hustling, even though I was losing, but I didn't see it. I was deceived. I didn't see it until the end, until I lost everything. You know, homeless several times. I've slept in abandoned houses. I have angry heart, angry mind. And I told God in 2009 that I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need you to open doors for me. And I came in and I surrendered to him and let him know that, you know, I'm here and I'm really give it up this time. I'm not just saying I want to give it up for you to get me out of a situation. I did that. I was talking to God in my mind while I was in church. A guy comes to me and says, "Can I pray for you?" I say yes, and he lets me know. He says to me, you know, God has heard every prayer that you ever mentioned, and I'm giving you the concise version of the prayer. And he says to me, he says, even though the things that weren't prayers, where you were just talking to him. And he says, do not harden your heart. And at that point, you know, I began to shed tears. And 3 days later, I received an email asking me if I had a job and a place to stay, would I be willing to relocate? And I said yes. Bought me a one-way plane ticket to San Antonio. And I got on the plane with $35 in cash in my pocket. I've got my apartment. I've gotten furniture, job. You know, my apartment was paid for the whole year. All the furniture was donated to me. I got investors to help me with this DVD, to help me finance it. You know, when I made that decision, you know, to talk to God and say, you know, this is how I'm going to live my life. And then once the pieces start coming together, pieces of the puzzle start coming together, and I start seeing the big picture of actually where I was going in life, I got really excited. I told myself that I snorted drugs and stuff like that. I've never snorted drugs a day in my life. I've never done any hardcore drugs a day in my life. I have smoked marijuana when I was young. I have a second son named Jordan, and I have another son, my youngest son, which is 4 years old. He will be 5 on January 23rd. His mother kept my son away from me for approximately half of his life for no apparent reason. I spent a year and some change fighting to get visitation for him, you know, in court, for her only to come out of court and disobey the court orders. You know, but this now, you know, I'm just really excited about my life now and how things are going. And even though things are getting tough and things are tough, I still praise God in the mix of all of that. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I'm praising him in advance for everything. And I know in the end, I'll have the victory. And, you know, my goal for this DVD is to help the young youth from elementary to junior high to high school to young adults in their 20s, is to let them know that a lot of the stuff that they hear on music and a lot of stuff that they see in the streets is not real. You know, you're looking at the guys that's riding around in the Mercedes and this and that, and they hustlers and this and that. You have no idea of what they go through to rock and to live like that. It looks like candy on the outside, but it's sour and corrupted on the inside. And I'm also letting you guys know that the court system is not playing with you. They are serious, and they're giving out a gang of time. Okay, this is, you know, finished telling you about the DVD. It's basically, it's not telling nobody what to do. It's just basically letting you know the reality of your decision making. There's a left decision and you have a right decision. And I've made a lot of left decisions in my life and paid a heavy price for it. So what I'm trying to do is to show you that there's nothing new under the sun, and that if you choose this lifestyle, if you choose the left lifestyle, then you're going to go down the same path that I went down and end up wasting your life. What I'm trying to get you to do is to change your lifestyle. That's what we want to get you to do, is change your life. It's going to be easy choosing the right way. It's never easy doing it the right way, but it's easy to do wrong. And believe you me, I've done a lot of wrong. And I created a lot of enemies. I created a lot of people hating me. You know what I'm saying? I done been paralyzed from the neck down. You know, my nose been all jacked up. You know, I've been shot at. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot, and I've done a lot. You know, I grew up really angry. You know, at my lifestyle and the life that I was living beforehand. And I have a book coming out, the same title as the DVD. It's called Othello, Look Where God Has Brought Me From. And that's going to be in more detail than the DVD. It's going to show police reports. It's going to show photographs. It's going to heavily document my entire lifestyle that I lived before. You know, these movies are going to be like Tyler Perry. They're going to have messages in them like that, but they're going to be geared towards, anybody can watch, but it's going to be geared towards the elementary student, the junior high student, and the high school student, and the young adult. It's going to be for the hyphy crew. It's going to be for the wild crew. It's going to be for the crew that just don't care about life. I want to let you know that somebody's thinking about you and that we love you. And I'm also going to come up with, when the money is right, I'm going to come up with a building that's called NGU Lifestyle, which means Never Give Up Lifestyle. And instead of you going to jail, I'm going to try to work with the courts to have them basically do your sentence in my living arrangement. So if they sentence you to 6 months, then you spend 6 months in my facility working on changing your lifestyle so that you can be a more positive person in the community and get your grades and get your schooling and everything right, make you more positive and productive so that you don't go to prison or get killed. They come out, and I'm asking all the pastors, youth leaders, youth group leaders, churches. I want to go in all 50 states. So I will be contacting churches that have youth programs. I'll be contacting private youth groups, boys clubs, girls clubs, all kind of things like that to get this DVD out so that they can see if they want to mention it to their congregations and youth groups, to be able to go online and download it for $10 and show these youngsters that at the lifestyle that they're living right now is not the one that they should be living. Because right now you have a chance to turn it around and change. But when you're sitting in a jail cell or a prison cell for 25 years, there's nothing you can do after that. It's all over at that point. And that's what this treat is going to do to you. It's going to take your life one way or the other. Whether it's behind bars or whether it drives you into living homelessly on the street or you become a drug addict. That's the life sentence right there. And you have to choose what life sentence you want. The one where you're working 9 to 5 or starting your own business or, you know, doing productive, positive things, or you want to be out here living negative and living miserable. But I'm going to tell you from experience, ain't nothing fly about losing your family and the people you love and care about to either death, prison, or just lose them, period.